Hey YouTube, it's Chris Dyer with the Martial Alchemy channel, and we are on part 8 of the Theory of French Boxing, covering lessons 28 through 31 today. Let's take a look at it. All right, so we're on lesson number 28 called the leg flow. This technique, we were just examining, playing with it. It doesn't work. Well, it's an ankle pick. And the way it's designed in this manual, I have my doubts about this ever actually being pulled off. I would love to have a time machine, go back to when this was written and see this in actuality, because I'm actually really curious to see this technique in action. I'm going to demonstrate why I don't like it. I'm going to demonstrate how it's supposed to be done according to the manual, and then there is a way to fix this, not a problem, but the way the manual has it, it's just bonkers. So we're in an open guard. Mike is going to step forward and throw his strike down the center line with his right side. Now, while this is happening, as he's closing in on the space, I'm supposed to step forward with my left foot. So entering into the space, I'm supposed to duck this. I'm supposed to put my left hand on his calf, or on his heel, and my right hand on his shin, basically cupping his foot. Now I'm supposed to take his foot and send it off this direction, so it'll look a little bit something like this. Now, assuming Mike doesn't know what I'm about to do, he's not going to change the angle of his punch, right? That would be the real thing, is he knows what I'm going to do and he just changes his punch, and I'm clobbered because my hands are down catching at his foot. So that doesn't work. We're here. I catch down here. Now Mike has some weight on this leg. Got it. Good thing he was stationary and not throwing more punches to my head as I was in that position. Even if you drop really low, like even if you're here and you really get down here, I still have to, you know, he planted his weight. He drove into that stance, driving his weight forward into that leg. So picking and pulling it up, not such a great position. Now, again, like I said, there are ways that you can make this work. Absolutely. Things that I would do to fix this: one, you have to deal with this attack. Just dodging it, that works if I'm about to immediately exchange a blow, right? So I can dodge this, come up and hit, or, you know, slip it and strike. That dodging a punch happens all the time. We see this is fine. But trying to do a grapple technique without dealing with the strike, extremely risky. So even if I'm doing like a hip throw, right? I get here and I haven't dealt with his blow, he's still going to be hitting me with that other hand. He's still going to be dropping his elbow on my head. Like it's icky in my mind, entering into this void, this space, without dealing with those strikes, right? So my first thinking is I want to deal with this in some way, right? So if I want to go down, I'm probably going to distract him high in this position. So I would actually intercept through here and then drop down to this position. Now notice as I do this, I'm actually stepping offline. I'm taking my elbow to this knee, and then I'd do the ankle pick with the other foot or the other hand. I would just switch which hand's doing where, and then I'm taking that knee, boom, to the outside, and he's going down. Now you can do this exact same thing if we were in opposite guard. I would do the same technique, boom, boom, and I come in this direction, but you work with the knee in its weak spots, so going sideways, not going with the leg firmly planted, driving into a punch, and then try and pick that up. You wrench it to the side. It doesn't quite work. So if you want to stay something similar technique, I would say step in, distract through here, drop straight down to this position, and then take the leg out sideways. Not at all in the manual, but if you want to do an ankle pick from a person throwing a punch, that's kind of how I would do it. Anyway, first real dud of the manual in my opinion. Let's take a look at number 29. All right, so we're on lesson number 21, which is outside leg lift takedown. So if 28 was a total dud, this one's fantastic. I love this one, so it's great. Same idea that he's going to step in and throw a punch. We're both in open guard, and then I come to the outside of this technique. This is actually one of the many applications of parting horse's mane in Tai Chi, so it's kind of fun. This is one of the things that we practice. So as this punch is coming in, again from that same open guard, I want to slip this punch. Now I can roll under, I can simply move offline, slip it, but the intention is to get to the outside of his leg. As I'm doing that, from here, I'm going to come across, and it says to the clavicle, but I would actually smoosh the face in this case, because it's going to be more of a distraction than just coming across this direction, but whatever it happens to be. Here, striking across this direction. As I'm doing that, notice how I'm covering this arm and covering this other arm. This is just extra precaution. The manual, again, doesn't have these little details, but this is what I would do in this case. Boom. And then as I'm driving him back, this hand goes down, we catch this leg, and then we're sending Mike for a merry little ride. I would trap this foot and then let him go down. We'll go there, do this again. We're here. 1, down, catching, and then driving. If you want to be extra mean, we'll go super slow with this. We're here as this hand's going down, cup check to your partner, drive, and then grab and pull from that direction. So that's lesson number 29. Let's take a look at number 30. Hi, this is Chris Dyer with the Martial Alchemy channel, and if you're enjoying this content, we have some great news. We now have a video for sale. The link is in the description below. It is titled The Old School Boxing Method of Self-Defense. And it's a compilation of our favorite techniques from our popular series, Old School Boxing. A link is in the description below. Now back to the content. All right, now we're on number 30, which is a counter kick. Kick to a counter kick. You're going to kick Mike. It's going to be great fun. All right, so starting with his left, my right, or false guard, his right leg to my lead leg. So we're here, he makes this attack. Now this one is super common. I actually use this a lot in sparring, free play and whatnot. So I'm gonna slip this leg back. It's gonna return back to where it was. So I void, return. Boom, and then follow up with my own lead leg. Now, in that case, Mike landed really far back. I wouldn't go for that leg. I'd go for the lead leg, but it says specifically go for the right leg. So we're here. 1, 2. You can step in with this foot. So if he really backs up with this, really like small, that can come back in and follow up with this one. Hit the best available target is my go-to rule of thumb. That's the best available target. So you can actually play this game of where's the best available target from here. And again, we want to make sure I'm not dropping my hands down because he can also just do this in exchange. So I go here, he goes back, I drop, oh! Right, we have an issue with that, so make sure the hands stay up, don't get in the habit of dropping them down when you kick, and you're right there. All right, lesson number 30, fantastic. I use this one all the time. All right, last one for this video, we're on 31. So 31 is almost identical to 30, only my kick goes higher. So we'll set this up again, we're in position. Mike does his rear leg to my lead leg. I'm gonna slip it back, so as he kicks in, I slip it back, I return, and now I'm gonna blast him into the chest or to the face, depending on the situation. This is actually becomes really important that this slipping leg, the leg that's doing the void of the kick, is coming to the correct space. So let me do this again. I'm going to do it wrong. This is wrong. What makes this wrong? The ranging. I'm trying to get my foot into this position. So where I place this foot really will determine which one of these techniques I can do. What I mean by that is if I slip this and I land too close, I'm doing this low line kick because I'll be able to range that better. If I do this and I am further back, so I'm really got some gap between us. Now I'll do this as a lead leg or body strike. And that just comes with lots and lots and lots and lots of repetition. The technique is identical. You void the one technique and you follow up with the flow of those kicks. Works beautifully. People do not expect these very often. And I, like I said, use these on the regular. Love them, love them, love them. Anyway, I hope this is informative. I hope you guys enjoy this. Maybe sure to like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Let us know in the comments below if you ever use techniques like this, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.